everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. So if you've kept an eye out on my most recent uploads, you may know that I went to Roermond, which is an outlet village in the Netherlands as part of the McArthurGlen group. I've been there a number of times, including the last one should be 4 times, and I've vlogged every single time, so I'm gonna leave like a playlist up there and in the description down below. Anyway, so I picked a little something up. I decided to not put like the unboxing or like reveal in that video because that vlog is almost like 30 minutes long, so I decided to save it, and today is the day. So I have an unboxing from the Roermond outlet. I have another unboxing from another McArthurGlen outlet, which is in Germany. They do have a couple of locations in Germany, so I have a little something from, a big something from there, which should prove very helpful for one of my upcoming trips. I have a Dior Beauty piece and a couple of other bits. So I guess welcome to a collective haul, and before I ramble on any further, I guess let's start with the piece that I picked up in Roermond. Ferragamo was actually the first boutique that I went into like the day I went to Roermond, which in hindsight wasn't my smartest decision because I think I mentioned that in that vlog that the chances of me finding something at Roermond were the highest when it comes to Ferragamo, so I ended up lugging this massive bag around me for the entire rest of the day. So anyway, the bag is very deceiving, so I have like paperwork, which I'm going to consult later. Look at the size and look at the box. To be fair, it wasn't the SA's fault. She did have a smaller bag, but like when I went to Roermond, like early in the morning, it was quite chilly. I had like a massive scarf on me, and I was anticipating it getting quite warm. So I was like, yeah, do you have like larger size bags so I can check my scarf in there? And she did. So here we are. I have a massive Ferragamo bag now. The old style, obviously. So it still says Salvatore Ferragamo, whereas now it's not in cursive writing anymore. Still red, but like more block letters, and it only says Ferragamo after like their rebrand. Anyway, oh, like this basically. So the box is, focus? The box is like in the new design. Little ASMR moment. Okay, anyway, so you probably guessed already. It's not a handbag, surprise, surprise. It's jewelry. And I think I also mentioned that in the vlog that generally, like, I can't recall ever seeing jewelry pieces in Ferragamo in the outlets. Neither in Bicester nor in Roermond, nowhere. So that was quite exciting. They did have an okayish selection, both for men as well as for women, and a couple of like leather bracelets and stuff. But if you know me, you know I have a soft spot for earrings, so I don't think it's gonna focus. So I'm gonna include like close-ups. So these are like mixed metal. On one side you have like the chunkier side. I think you can't like alternate the ears because they are like, the pose is slanted basically. So I think this one is gonna go here, this one there. Anyway, so mixed metals. The smaller, still quite chunky. The smaller one is in silver and the bigger one is in gold, like a plain gold colored, obviously not gold, but like shiny gold, and then a smaller one with crystals. So one thing, I'm a little, okay, let me first tell you the price, and then I'm gonna get into something. So full price, they would have been 310 euros, and I ended up paying 201, so that's 35% off. So what I was gonna say before I revealed the price is after I got home and I unboxed the earrings, they were the last pair, I realized that, where is it? I mean, I guess it's a good sign, but I think, yeah, it's on the silver one. It's actually missing a Strauss crystal, which gives me like major PTSD to my Chanel earrings, because Chanel is notorious for those crystals falling out, and I can't count, I definitely need 2 hands to count the amount of times that I had to bring a pair of earrings back to Chanel and pay for them to replace one of the crystals. But anyway, so I'm not overly impressed with the fact that a crystal is missing, but I'm kind of glad that it's on the silver, because like the back of the earring obviously is also in silver color, so it doesn't really, it's hardly noticeable, like from afar, like from a meter afar-ish, it's hardly noticeable. Plus, like when it's in my ears, generally like at least parts of the earrings are covered by my hair, so I think I can live with it, but I would, yeah, prefer to have bought intact earrings, but it is what it is. So, oh, okay, interesting. So the felt protector thingy is still with the old logo, so Salvatore Ferragamo in cursive writing, but the box is the new. Anyway, so there is that. Let me know what you think. And again, I will have included close-ups. So let's see, like another bit of paperwork. Oh no, that's just like the receipt. So I guess let's save the other and like the big boy unboxing or like haul item from the other outlet for last, and let's do Dior Beauty next. Oh, by the way, I don't think I introduced myself, so in case you're new, hi, my name is Lesley, so glad to have you here. My channel, in case you're wondering, I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags, but I cover a wide range of topics. I film unboxings, reviews, hauls, shopping vlogs. I adore filming shopping vlogs, both in boutiques as well as in outlet centers. As I mentioned, I do have like a complete playlist of all of my outlet ventures, and I've been to Bicester a couple of times, obviously Roermond and the Mall Firenze, which is close to Florence. Anyway, so yeah, in case any of that sounds like a thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining my little YouTube family. Shameless plug out of the way, let's get into Dior. And it seems like the theme of today's video is like oversized bags because, yeah, it's not a handbag, it's from Dior Beauty, but I appreciate the beautiful bag nonetheless. And I think like the main reason why this bag is so massive compared to what I actually purchased is because I got this catalog magazine thing. It's not beauty specific, it's also fashion. Let me know what you think about the Miss Dior line that they recently came out with. I have to say I'm not the biggest fan. It's a little, I think we were like over massive logos and like massive branding, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Also, I would be super curious to know your thoughts about Rihanna being the face of J'adore, the perfume. It's an interesting step, I'll give them that, but like menswear as well. I love these catalogs. I do have a soft spot for catalogs because I think I've mentioned a couple of times at this point that I collect the Le Monde Hermès magazines from Hermès, obviously. And gorgeous bag. I'm gonna definitely take my time to flick through this. Yeah. Kind of juvenile, right? I mean, they do have more muted colors when it comes to the Miss Dior collection, but still, I don't know. Also, like the massive, like metal plaque on the handbags that says Miss Dior. Not the biggest fan, but obviously to each their own. And again, I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Anyway, so that was the freebie that was basically the reason for this massive tote. And to reveal, I'm not the biggest like beauty girly. My makeup routine and everything is very basic. Also, I've been struggling with acne for my entire life, basically, at least like 20 years, going on 20 years. Yeah, story of my life. So I think I have my basics down, at least to an extent, and that's like the main focus when it comes to makeup and everything, to an extent that my skin doesn't freak out like every other week. I don't collect makeup, which I think I can hear the sigh of relief of my bank account. I think we can all agree that I already have an expensive collector tendency. I don't need another. So anyway, long-winded way of saying that I did cave and I did purchase another blush. So I think in total, again, keep in mind, I'm not a like makeup girly. This is my third blush in my collection and I feel like that's already more than enough. I have an Hermès blush, which I adore and I've been using for ages, and I've hit the pan a couple of months ago, but realistically, I think that blush will last me another year or so. And then I have a Chanel blush. I don't particularly love the layout of the Chanel blushes because I think the Chanel ones are a little bigger, but the blush itself is only like a tiny little circle here, and then you have like a massive brush, I guess. So yeah, I prefer to have like, what is it, a compact, to open it and the entire thing is like free for me to roam around with my brush inside. This one is on the like middle of the road side, so it's, let's see, there goes the brush flying, but I don't want to blind you, so there we go, and it's, hopefully it focuses. Got like a super beautiful like top like surface, which obviously, because I'm not someone that collects makeup, as we have established, I'm definitely gonna destroy the beautiful design on top of the blush. So let me quickly check the name in case anyone is interested. It's called Splendid Rose Satin. Oh, limited edition. There we go. And it's in the color 621. Next off is maybe a little bit of a random one, but it's by Casetify. It's not inside here anymore. Just you wait. But yeah, they don't know who I am, not sponsored in any way, yada, yada, yada. I purchased this with my own money and it was quite a lot of money compared to like factoring in what it is. So it's one of those like phone straps with these pearls. Hopefully it focuses. Now I actually feel like a beauty YouTuber with like trying to have the camera focus, but yeah, it's with pearls, like fake pearls, obviously, running throughout. And again, ASMR moment. Okay, anyway, so I'm not the biggest fan of these like, yeah, straps to wear your phone crossbody, but I'll be going to China in a couple of weeks at this point. Oh, jeez, okay. It's coming in fast, but I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous because I've never been to Asia. And I've had a couple of people tell me that China probably isn't the smartest way to start exploring Asia, like the easiest in terms of like culture shock and like readjusting, and also language barrier is going to be a big one. And I'll be heavily relying on, I don't think Google Maps is going to work actually, but like some kind of map situation and like consulting my maps or consulting like Google Translate and everything. I figured it would be easier to have my phone like on my body basically and not rummage around my bag all the time, especially considering that I have to carry my passport on me at all times. And the more often you open and close your bag and like pull stuff out, the higher the risk that there goes your passport flying. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it, but you get where I'm coming from. Plus, I decided to, for the most part, if I'm even able to film and vlog, I mean, I'm determined to vlog, but again, China is a little iffy maybe when it comes to filming in public, so I'm gonna do my best to vlog, but when I'm gonna vlog, it's not gonna be on my phone because I'm heavily relying on my phone to be like charged and working for navigation, maybe calling an Uber or like their equivalent, I think it's called Didi or something. So I need to have my phone working. Obviously, I'm gonna carry like a power bank, like battery pack with me, but still I have to be mindful of not using my phone as much. Which is why, like one of the reasons why I purchased the camera that I'm actually currently filming on, it's the DJI Pocket 3, Osmo Pocket 3. So I don't want to have like two things like juggling around, and yeah, it's gonna be a mess if I have my phone and my Osmo Pocket and then I'm basically like covered. I can't use any of my hands. So I was like, be as hands-free as possible, and this strap I can live with. So I spent a lot-ish, considering it's just like a phone strap and you can get them at Amazon for like 10 bucks. But I was like, if I have to use one of those like crossbody straps, I want it to look pretty. So here we are. It's not size adjustable or like length adjustable, but it kind of works. All right, let me... So, oh, sorry, wearing my jogger, so it lands like on my hip basically. And when I have my coat on, it's only like a little bit of the pearls poking through, and I way prefer that to like your basic black or like pink, rosy. I do have a couple of those as well. I purchased one of them for the Taylor Swift concert. So yeah, I see the practicality aspect, but I also wanted to combine it with a little bit of pretty. So here we are. I purchased it directly from Casetify. I'm going to leave a link, if I remember, in the description box below. It was like 70 bucks, which is so much compared to, like, as I said, like the 10-ish dollar or like euro, whatever range that you can find on more basic straps on Amazon. But yeah, if you're a pearly girl and if you're not a fan of those phone straps in general, but you kind of acknowledge that you need one, this might be an option. Second to last item, this is somewhat of a random haul, but a friend of mine recently went to Singapore and Bali, and apparently she made it her mission to feed into the hype and purchase one of those Popmart figurines, or like multiples, and I got one of them, and when we met up, once she returned from Singapore, we opened them at the same time. So I can promise you, don't you worry, that you won't see me wearing this on one of my bags. I'm not a like handbag charm kind of person. No judgment. If that's like your style, that's great. And sometimes I wish I was a little more playful when it comes to my style and the way I dress and the way I carry my bags and overall like the bags I purchase, because yeah, apart from that one in view, obviously like further up there's my floral Ferragamo, which is a little more colorful, but generally my color palette is a little like on the black side. And also like, yeah, clothing wise, I might be not as adventurous as some other people. Anyway, I digress. So you won't be seeing me carrying this one on one of my bags, but still it's adorable. And I might have to place it somewhere here, maybe. Anyway, so you could get soy milk, lychee berry, green grape, sea salt coconut. That sounds delicious. Toffee and sesame bean. And they came in these like blind bags, so you had to rip them open. adorable. To reveal the green one. I mean, I do kind of get where the obsession with these comes from. I think, do they come like in bigger size? Oh, focus. There we are. So do they come like in bigger sizes? So this type of size, I think they do, not as a handbag charm in that case. And you can buy like outfits for them. I mean, it's cheaper to collect those type of things as opposed to handbags, but anyway, so they are super fluffy as well, and they have this like smirk or grin. I don't know if all of them look like that, like when it comes to the facial expression. Again, not an expert on these like Popmart figurines, but here we are, and you could, which I'm not gonna do, wear them on your bags. Let's see. I'm sorry, sac de jour, but you have to endure a little monster on you. Here we go. I mean, color-wise, it actually works quite well. So yeah, there's that. And lastly, let's get into the second outlet purchase. So sitting like this might not be the best way to show you, but I'm gonna try and then maybe include not close-ups, but like further away ups. I purchased a suitcase. This is just the protective felt. So this is by Samsonite, made in Europe, chronolite spinner, 7528 black. They did have like, I think the other color would have been red, and I mean, isn't like red good luck in China? Anyway, I decided to go for the black one, and yeah, as I mentioned, it's basically purchased with the intention of taking this to China with me, because I do have a couple of suitcases, but most of them are like soft shell, and I don't know how durable that's going to be. We do have like one flight within China, and obviously we're going to, no, not obviously, but I think I mentioned we're going to stay in Beijing for a couple of days. Then we're going to go to the Terracotta Army. Then we're going to do like a river cruise on the Yangtze and a couple of in-between stops and end up in Shanghai. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth and like packing your stuff again, taking the train, like one of those like super speed trains within like, I think between Beijing and Xi'an, if that's how you pronounce it. I have zero knowledge when it comes to the Chinese language, and I figured there's no chance of me even like remotely getting to a point where I have some kind of semblance of a conversation, so I'm gonna rely heavily on Google Translate. Anyway, so there's gonna be a lot of packing and unpacking, and I was like, okay, I think it's time for a proper suitcase. And actually this is not the second largest, but the third largest size. And when I saw all of them like lined up and compared, I was like, can I just like go for the biggest size? But apparently the size that I got is the largest size, and that is eligible for like taking it on a plane without paying an upcharge. So trying to fit multiple weeks of stuff into, I'm just gonna say it, it looks kind of small. And that small of a suitcase kind of stresses me out. Plus, I want to leave like a little bit of room for like souvenirs. I guess it's my first time in Asia, first time in China. I do want to shop like souvenirs and stuff. So that's going to be a challenge. It's definitely not going to be like a fashion, take loads of Instagram pictures, like outfit pictures of myself kind of vacation. It's more like utilitarian. Maybe I'm going to go to a laundromat at some point, or I think on the like river cruise, which is going to be 3 days, I believe. I think they have like washing service, so I might have to take advantage of that in order to not like carry 3 weeks worth of outfits basically. Anyway, so that does it for this random haul. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, leave an emoji with a bunny. You probably won't find a green bunny emoji, but leave a bunny emoji in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I would love to get like, it's a huge goal, but maybe we can do it together. Like, I can't do it without you. I would love to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be a dream come true. And again, as I said, I can't do it without you. So consider subscribing, and I guess I'm gonna catch you in one of my next videos. Bye. I didn't know the love was warm. Then I saw you coming at me. Somebody that I used to know, somehow you're my enemy.